is Dr. Mwangi agreeing with the Kenya Kwanza side that indeed we have our issues that we want to discuss also? As who? So that who gives you that solution? Aren't you the government? Aren't you supposed to have solutions to the questions that you are asking of your government? Because I'm saying that in this sense. Now let's look at the issues that the Kenya Kwanza side has brought forth. Number one, the entrenchment of the CDF, Kitty, that is essentially questionable now from even the courts on land. The embedment of the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, all right? And number three, the office of the opposition. Those are the key issues that are way different from what we did see in the first round. Aren't these issues that the government is supposed to solve by itself? Why do they have to make it to a negotiation table? So that who comes up with that solution? Justina.
I don't know, I disagree with Daktari, because why should Olesa come and babysit us? Are we children? We have a constitution that is working.
Yes.
And we have been in this country for long enough to know what is the problem with Azimio. I'll give them a quote by Shimon Peres. He says, if there's a problem, sometimes we don't need a solution to that problem. It is a fact that you need to cope with. Azimio has refused to agree that the election was free and fair. And I always tell them that Uhuru Kenyatta had said, I'm not going to give the sword to a thief. But Uhuru Kenyatta was privy to undiluted information that William Ruto won this election democratically. He passed power to William Ruto. That one we have to accept. There is no issue. We have been here long enough to know why Azimio is bringing issues. And I also blame the government. If the economy was working, right? All these people in Azimio who had lost the election would go back to their businesses. Many of them claim that they are lawyers. True. But the problem in this country is that we have people cannot even afford food. How will they even go and retain? They don't even have money. If they can't buy food, they can't even afford to retain a lawyer. That we have to agree. That is why they are fighting to be in government. They are fighting to have their bills paid by government so that they can hedge themselves from the harsh economic realities, forgetting that the ordinary Kenyan has always survived in an economy that all of them, the ruling class, let me say, both Azimio and Kenya Kwanza, have contributed in failing the economy. If they were wise, and it is incumbent to everyone, including myself, who is going to run for a seat in this country, I have to make sure that the economy is working in a way that one day, if I'm not in government, I can survive easily outside. So that is the problem. Let us first say that. Even Azimio people have gone to tell us that we know the issue is electoral reforms, right? That one, even it's only that cost of living was a better issue at the point.
Yes.
What I want to tell Kenya Kwanza is that they owe us duty of peace, duty of stability and tranquility. Number two, William Ruto has ever forced Kibaki to give Raila a handshake. So they have to honor the issues of Azimio, because Raila Amolo Odinga has always been given what he wants. Even Uhuru Kenyatta gave him what he wanted in 2018, a handshake and money. So he has to give him that, so that us, the ordinary Kenyans, who are not paid for our bills, and I'm insisting on that point, to move on with this life. But I don't see why we need a babysitter. We have a constitution. We have the election process. We have the declaration. If you're not satisfied, go to court. Go to the Supreme Court. Prove your case there. Azimio failed. They only took things that were hot air and wild goose chase, according to the evaluation in the Supreme Court. Now again, they want to shake the principles of democracy by saying the election was lost. I have a question to Sifuna and Babu Owino and every other person. What if Wanjiro said that her votes were stolen? She comes for handshake. What if Morethi Nembakasi comes for handshake? What am I saying? Let us accept the fact that you will win and you will lose. My advice, and the only conversation that I would prefer on an open conversation, is on the office of the leader of opposition. Rightfully, we adapted the American system. The McCains, the Al Gores, when they lose, they went back to what they were doing. Let us go back to Westminster. Right now, we know that the Conservative parties have Rishi Sunak. And then the Labour have Keir Starmer. When Rishi says this, Keir Starmer, on the basis of being in opposition, the Labour Party, is saying something. That one should be formalized. But all other things are issues of policy. And that is why I'm challenging Wanjiko. Next time when you're voting, don't look at tunatoa huyu, what Nairobi people said, tutoe Sonko, tutoe Kidero, Sonko atatoa Kidero, and then we forgot the delivery. Next time, question someone on how they are going to positively influence education, tax policy, economic policy, food security policy, because that is their role, nothing else.
So, just to be clear, you